I want to tell you all about a trade that I've got on my platform right now that has a 14.6 to 1 reward to risk ratio. Let's get into that and more right now. Hey traders, Andrew Mitchum here at the Forex Trading Coach with video and podcast number 361. Now I want to talk about a trade that I've got on the weekly charts on the euro, Canadian dollar. We put it on our membership site on Monday. It has a 14.6 to 1 reward to risk ratio if it gets to its full profit target. More about that shortly. But if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I endorse and I suggest and I promote people look at trades that have a high reward to risk ratio. So what does that mean? So in easy numbers, it means if you have a reward to risk of let's say 4 to 1, it means if you're risking one part, you're making 4. So if you're risking 1% of your account, you're making 4%. For me, I personally trade at half of 1% risk per trade. It's what suits me. So that means I'm risking one part or half of 1% of my account to make 4 parts or 2% gain on my account if the trade gets to the profit target. And it's very easy for you to do that regardless of your account size. Now, to me, the biggest part of trading, apart from having a strategy and the right mindset, is to have that money management. Important that you get it right. So low risk per trade is very, very important, but also high reward to risk is very important. So it means that I'm not always going to be right, and I don't need to be right all of the time. In fact, the higher the win rate, most systems, the worse they are. Hard to understand that, but it's true. Think about it this way. There's no point in having a 90% winning system if you're losing money. And most 90% winning trade systems do lose money because they make lots of small gains, one big loss. I flip that around and go the other way. For me, something like a 40 to 50% win rate is amazing because I have high reward to risk trades. Some are 2 to 1, some are 3, 4, 5 to 1. The one in particular that I'm going to talk about is 14.6 to 1. So low risk per trade is massively important also. Now, I was looking at a post on Facebook, one of those sponsored links on Facebook, someone selling this new algorithm. And it was really interesting to look into it because it looked really cool, looked really flashy, looked amazing. And then you look into it a bit further and I could see that they were risking 5% per trade. Now, for the novice or for the completely like sort of financially person who doesn't understand trading, 5% risk per trade doesn't sound like anything good or bad, really. It just looks really cool and you make lots of money. The problem is if they get 3 or 4 trades wrong in a row, they're 15, 20% down. If I get 3 or 4 trades wrong in a row, I'm 1.5 to 2% down. Massive difference, especially up here and in here. Big, big difference. So, and if you're listening to the podcast, I was tapping to my head and my heart. So psychologically and emotionally, it makes a big, big difference. So let's get on to this trade. It has a 14.6 reward to risk. It was taken this week. We published it on our membership site just this week on Monday morning at the beginning of the week, selling the Euro Canadian on the weekly chart. You can go and look at it on your chart so you can see the trade. The price pulled back perfectly to our entry level. And we have quite a tight stop on the trade, all according to the way that we trade. And it's all pre-known and well in advance. But if the trade gets to its full profit target, and because it's a weekly chart trade, it may take a week or 2 to get there. It may well do. Right now, I see no reason to get out of the trade. Right now, as I'm recording this, and I'm recording this on Thursday because tomorrow it's Easter. I'm recording this on Thursday, the 9th of April. Right now, that trade is up. It's up 6.4 to 1 reward to risk. So it's nearly halfway to its profit target, not quite. If I did nothing else than close the trade out right now, I've still made 3.2% on my account. But I don't need to, and I'm not going to because the trade's looking really good. So you see the importance there of high reward to risk. Let's say this trade gets to its full profit at a 14.6 to 1 reward to risk, with my really tiny risk of only 0.5% of my account risked on this one trade. If it gets that profit target, which there's no reason why it won't, it's going to make me a 7.3% gain on my account from that one trade with that tiny risk. 7.3%. Where else can you get a 7.3% gain on anything in a year? Especially now with all this virus stuff going on, everybody's just losing money all over the place with shares, with their superannuations. In New Zealand here, we call it KiwiSaver. You know, all your pension funds, property's likely to go. There's massive unemployment going on. It's just going to get worse. You know, taxes have got to go up to cover this. So everybody for the next 10, 20 years, their tax rate's going to be higher. Around the globe, it has to be. Someone's got to pay for all these bailouts and handouts and, you know, all this stuff that's going on. And we're probably not even halfway through it yet. So you look at all that doom and gloom going on, and then you look at this one trade that took like 2 minutes to see into place on Monday morning, and we're already up 3.2%, could get to 7.3. So once you understand trading, once you understand control risk, once you understand high reward to risk, you're halfway there to making yourself a good trader. If you need our help with any of that, or you'd like for us to help you place trades, this was all written on our membership site in advance of this getting there, in advance of the trade retracing. If you'd like help with any of this, you'd like to take advantage of our help and knowledge and our years of trading, day in, day out, doing exactly the same, you can find us at theforextradingcoach.com, and I'll put a link on this video and podcast to our membership site where you can have a look at everything that we teach in our course. So have a great weekend, have a great Easter. This is Andrew Mitchum at the Forex Trading Coach. I'll see you this time next week for more trading tips and information. Bye for now.